Hi everybody, it's Kayla, and welcome back to Let's Build a Cabin in The Sims 4. Today, my friends, oh god, hang on, I'm sorry, ew. Let me just fix this. Today we're gonna try and work some more on this cabin that we've been working on. Well, it took us one part to get to where we're at right now, but we're gonna finish it up and work some more on it. I'm not like the biggest fan of what we've got right now, to be honest. I think it could definitely use some help, and so we're gonna try and make some adjustments here. I think my first step is to mess with the stairs some more. Obviously, I've been thinking about this a lot, and I know I want to do something different here. I'm just not sure, like, what the best bet is, because I want to have, like I said before, oh god, come back. I want to have some sort of staircase in the front that then branches out to the sides, if that makes any sense. And because I don't want it to be like two staircases on the sides. I want it to be like some sort of L-shaped stair, which is difficult to achieve and looks kind of dumb because The Sims 4 is kind of dumb. And I don't want to like stick this on I don't want to just like put a foundation here, but if I have to, I can. But like this, I don't want to just like make a big giant brick. Like I want these things to be kind of floating, which is the frustrating part, but it's fine. We'll figure something out. I'm okay. It's fine. Yep. Okay, it'll be fine. Let's just scoot these in more, maybe. Oh my god, why do you... Well, to be fair, if I did it with terrain, it'd be a little bit easier, but I don't even know if I want to do this or not. What are you doing? I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh my god. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. But, like, realistically, if I somehow stuck stairs in the front of this, I mean, it's a little bit big, but like somehow we can make it work like this. I don't know. It's not gonna work the way I want it to, no matter what, I don't think. And that's really frustrating. Maybe I'll just leave it. Is it fine if I leave it? What if I put this on more of a hill? Can you go away? Like if we raised up, oh dear. So much is going wrong. But if I raised up the terrain a tiny bit more, like in this area, obviously I have to fix the stairs somehow, but I mean, doing that might be a way to, I don't know, it would look better, I think. But you can't even tell the house is on a foundation at that point. Like, maybe I put it up another one. But I feel like making at least this part kind of expand out this way so that it's, oh, that's not tall enough. It needs to be taller, at least over here. I don't know how to do terrain tools. I don't know what I'm doing. I just want it to look pretty, and it doesn't. This is shameful. I'm so sorry, you guys. I feel like I've disappointed all of you, because I attempted this build, and it's just... See, that's not as bad. It's not as tall, which is maybe a good thing. It'll be hard to make them even, because they're definitely not going to be, which is, I guess, fine. And these things are, like, doubling up. What? Are you just not gonna go where you need to be? Oh, it will. Okay, well, that's frustrating. Oh dear god. Okay, well, I'll fix it. I'll make it work. It'll be fine, guys. Again, don't even worry about it, okay? Can I somehow, like, level out the terrain to be that height? That's not what I want. Go back. Stop. Stop. Maybe if I, like, kind of flatten it out to that height? Yeah, and then I'll soften it a little bit. But that's fine. It's still tall. It's kind of lumpy. This isn't what I wanted. Okay, maybe if I made, like, one side have more of a hill. I mean, originally I wanted to do that. I wanted to have, like, a bigger hill on one side. I could probably do this. I have to soften it out and, like, make it less ridiculous somehow. Obviously, like, there's hills and then there's this thing. You know, like, it doesn't need to look so ridiculous. But, yeah, it looks kind of pointy. What if I did that and then I put a staircase in the front? Oh, that's way longer than I wanted it to be. I want it to be shorter than that. This is the worst day of my life. Okay, see, that's just ridiculous and enormous and not good. If I could make this work the way I want it to, I would really enjoy this. Like, I like the idea of this hill being here. We'll probably landscape a little bit inside of there so it looks less like hill-like. I don't know. Is that even a good thing? I mean, it's definitely not as bad. If I did it like this, we could sort of like create that look that I was going for this way instead, which is different than what we had before. But we can kind of create like a staircase up this way, which might be a good thing. Again, obviously different than what we had before, but maybe a good thing? Oh dear god. I don't know what I did. If I make this a square, can you give me a square? Oh no. Okay, let's try this. I want it to, yes, okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, I figured it out, guys. I did so good. I'm a genius. All right, now I want to scoot, well, I'm gonna delete this. and I'm gonna scoot the whole place backwards. So what I've done here, this way I can sort of like terraform a little bit more in the front, but I want it to be like a full-on hill in the front here. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so good at this, you guys. But I'll like kind of raise things up around here some more, and then I'll soften it, you know? So it still has that like hill sort of vibe, right? And it looks hilly, and it looks kind of cool, okay? And I'll put like, you know, stairs so that it looks like this is all part of the staircase, like right there. And we'll kind of landscape around it so it looks like it fits in. You know, and then obviously we'll have like a pathway. I think this kind of works. I think this is better than what we had before. Obviously, like all the columns are all kinds of messed up, which is not good. But, oh, see, that's even too, oh, so here's where we're gonna have a new problem. A new problem has arisen. Basically, what we've got here is an area that's taller, or shorter, I mean, than standard height. So this column is floating a little bit, which is kind of ugly because you can still see it right there, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to basically raise up columns in the corner bits. So like make the column like seem like it's going all the way up, if that makes any sense, like through that little fancy, what's it called? Whatever that fancy bit is called. I'm gonna raise up columns so it goes up above that and covers the post. Probably just a post. But see, then it looks thicker and it kind of continues. I kind of like how it looks anyway like this. Obviously, it's a little bit weird. Is there a second column? No, that's fine. I mean, I don't think it looks weird. I just think it looks a little bit different than you might have expected it was going to look. And that's fine, you know? Sometimes it be like that, I guess. I don't know why I said it like that. I like that because all the columns are everywhere. I don't think I'll put them in the front here. I might continue it in the front. I'm not sure. But I do know for a fact I'll put them on the bottom columns. I think this makes a big difference. I think this was a good idea. This was kind of what I was doing before. I know you guys, I told you in the last episode that I had a few ideas that I sort of attempted in my trying to build this house and make it look good, and this was one of the things that I attempted. And I think it ended up working kind of well. I think I need to put them in the front here too, and it sort of needs that like uniformity. That's one way to give yourself posts in places that you don't have them. Doesn't really work in like your traditional Sims house, but you can do it in this kind of Sims house if you want. Are those all the same height? Does this need to be one taller? 1, 2, 3 maybe? Yeah, it's 3, okay. Gross, 1, 2, 3. Yes, okay. We got there in the end. It's taking me a little bit to figure this out. It's weird. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, I actually really like this. Obviously it needs landscaped and stuff, but I do like it, I do. I like how hilly it is too. Because I kind of, I don't know, I like how it's higher on this side and stuff like that. Like, I think it looks really nice. And I'm going to fill it up with, oh my, tree in the way. I'm going to fill it up with a bunch of big pine trees, which will kind of cover things a bunch. And the back's going to look really nice. I'm excited. Okay, so let's figure out, make sure the foundation's on everything. I think I messed up the foundation in my moving of the lot, but that's okay. I'll stick this back here as well for now, I think. Although, I don't even know if I want to use this flooring. I think I definitely want this flooring inside, but I think it might be too busy to leave outside, you know? I do feel like it's really busy for the outside. Could I put a different one? Oh, the Get Famous floor, I know it's not supposed to be cabiny, but it feels very cabiny to me. It's still that like messy look, but it's not as busy looking. Because obviously the one that comes with Outdoor Retreat is like very big and very busy and like very obviously distressed. This is that same distressed and like different colored wood look, but it's not, also this is ridiculous, but it's not as bad, I don't think. I think that helps a little bit. All right, we need to put some windows down here in like the basement or whatever it is. And again, we're going to landscape a bunch down there, so you won't really see it as much. Like I'll probably put rocks like all around the bottom of the house and stuff, but you want to still have something. I have no idea what to do with the back of this. Okay, we'll get these same doors. I messed up. Hang on, how did that happen? Where did this come from? Do I have to redo the whole thing? Evil. Okay, it's all the little things. It's the little details that really get you on this stuff. I think this looks a lot better though with the stairs on the side of the house. Obviously work in progress here, but I think that looks really good. And then once it's all landscaped, because it kind of looks weird and out of place right now, once we get like some terrain paint sort of covering, I don't know which one we'll use, but like say there's like some sort of pathway here and it's like all landscaped around the pathway, you know? Not as heavy painted, but it'll look really good once it's all, you know, meshed in with the terrain. I also think it looks better with this not being as high. Like with the, I don't know, there's a bigger hill sort of area, so it doesn't look as out of place. I like it. I get more basement vibes from this area, which is what I wanted all along, was more basement type vibes. And now it works. I think I'm going to bump out the door on the first and second floors, just because I want more shape. I think that helps because it was pretty flat before, and I think that makes a difference. Does this window fit here? We'll use this one. Nice. And then maybe like just this window on each of those bits. A couple of those windows there. See, that's simple enough. I think that looks pretty good. Now the back of the house is very much like, how do I explain this? It seems very monochrome, which is not helping. I think if we had some more variation in the patterns on this house, like obviously we'll get some stone. I'm thinking like even this stone on the chimney, and then I'll probably continue this stone on some certain parts on the outside of the house. Like maybe if I made like this bit out of stone. No. What if like parts of the bottom, like if I use something to separate the two floors? I think that might help, like separating the floors in some places and then using some stone accents. Not everywhere, but like, you know, here maybe. Do I even want it on this whole thing? I wish that this was higher up. If I put it one higher up, what happens? Does that like ruin things? All of my columns. It ruined all of my columns. It should just be the, because they're all double layered, it should just be the bottom layer of columns that's messed up. It's frustrating though. We're just gonna spend this entire series fixing and replacing columns, I think. That's all it's been for a couple episodes now. That's all it's ever gonna be. It's terribly, terribly sad. I'm just kidding. It won't always be this, I promise. I'll furnish the inside at some point. One of these days, we'll have the interior to finish. Does that look, see, it like, I think it needs to be underneath the stairs a little bit. I'm gonna put rocks around it so you won't see the wood flooring in there. If I use this floor, it might be better as well. Yeah, that helps. Okay, I tried my best. I don't know if I succeeded. I definitely think the house needs more different patterns. I don't know if I even want to use this wallpaper, to be honest, because obviously there's like this option, which I'm not sure about. And then there's also like this one, which again, I'm not certain about, but could also, like, I just don't like how it looks when there's a visible foundation. But maybe if you couldn't see the foundation, like in this area, we could use this instead, this sort of like craftsman sort of wallpaper. I don't like the colors of it though. Like the browns I think are kind of ugly. It doesn't really match the color scheme I've got going on. Dang it! I don't know what to do. Although I could use that stone instead. This might be better. I think I do like this stone better from Seasons. It matches what I'm going for, although I don't think it matches with the stone that we have already that well. Maybe it's the color of it? No, it's not gonna get better than that. I don't know what I'm doing. Please help. It definitely makes a difference with that on the chimney though. I also expressed some concern in the last part about putting some sort of, you know, like lower level inside, and how I was worried about it looking like off and not shaping properly if I did some sort of split leveling in here. And people were telling me that if I did it, it would flatten the inside to the right height on its own. So I'm gonna test that and see if it messes up the outside at all. And I think it is messing up the outside, which is not what I want. Do you see how it does that? Like, do you see how it drags up the terrain on the outside to be like perfectly surrounding the house? Which isn't what I wanted. And then if I put it on the lower height, like if I placed it down here first, it would automatically drag the whole terrain to be lower, and then it would lower it in front of the house, which isn't what I want either. Like I think that looks kind of weird. So I'm not gonna do the split leveling on the inside like I wanted to. I don't think it's worth the like mess of trying to place it and stuff. I don't know what I just did. I think I just messed something up twice. I don't know. But I think it's better off this way. I feel like I'm making such a big mistake with this. I don't know, like, does it still look off to you? Maybe it's the fact that the roof is so busy. I know I changed it to that the last episode, but if I made it the lighter color, the less busy sort of color, this might be better. I do think I like this better than the like more brushed looking metal, because it's more subtle, right? Like I think that's definitely a better choice. And then if I put some trees in just to cover up our mistakes, like I said, you guys, trees solve everything. The fun of The Sims is putting trees in where you've got issues, because then you'll never notice the issues because your trees are covering them all. You think I'm kidding. I'm super not kidding. Like this is a pro tip from lilsimsie herself. If you've got problems, put a tree. Maybe like a little one in there. Oh. I kind of like that. Wait. Also, the fact that this is on terrain really helps because it makes the trees, like this one looks bigger even though it's just on a higher bit of terrain. It looks like it's taller than this one, so there's some variation there. I like that. That helps. Okay, once we get some rocks and stuff all in here, it's gonna look really cool, I think. Can I put a pond in the front of the house? I was gonna put a pond behind the house. bb.show hidden objects. I am going to see about putting a pond in front of the house. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Kayla, that's dumb. And you're possibly right, but if I search fishing pond, yes, pond, small fishing hole. Okay, it's not gonna work because the terrain's not flat. That's gross. That would be so cool though if there was a pond in front of the house. I mean, to be fair, I could make one myself. Like if I sort of put like with a pool, I don't know, something like that. This actually might be super worth doing, to be honest. Like I'll have to do a bunch of messing with it to make it look good. Huh. I mean, I'll put rocks all around it and stuff, but I think I might like really like this. You know? I just kind of made like a weird shape, and then I'd put rocks all in it, surrounding it and stuff, so you wouldn't see the border. Scoot it back one further, maybe, so there's like a bit of a cliff side there. We'll have to put rocks in so you can't see the trees are floating and stuff, but this is gonna be a long let's build. But if we sort of put like a rock-lined border here that completely covers any bit that you would see, we'd have to like raise up rocks and everything. So it looks like they're sitting on each other. But I could make that work. And then, you know, we'd put, for example, we could even put like the dirty water if I wanted to, but that's kind of gross. But like, we could put, lily pads and stuff down, or I could turn it into a fountain so it's not as low. Is it possible? I could just trace this, right? Okay, well I might have to replace it as a fountain instead of a pool, but I think I might like it better as a fountain instead of a pool. I know, I'm messing with things too much. This whole series is gonna be a lot of like, I just made a, hang on, I think I'll make a base shape here. I'm having a hard time making this look nice. I don't know if you can tell, but this is going horribly wrong. Why is it so difficult? I think it's because it's on like terrain, like the terrain's not flat. It's kind of hard to make this look good, but like that was difficult. Either way, that might be better if it's more flat like this, because then I can, maybe scoot it back farther to create that cliff I wanted. Yes, good. And then I'll put rocks in there and kind of like cover the cliff. Ooh, I like this. That's gonna be pretty. Guys, I'm so good at this game. Okay. I got there. I did it. I'm so talented. And then we could put like lily pads in here and stuff. Like it'll look so nice. And we'll put like some of these like, leafy bits. Leafy is here and he's right there. I might even, if I'm feeling crazy, I could put like not a bunch of fountain stuff, but even like a little bit, or like I don't know, maybe not a fountain because it's supposed to be a pond, but I'll make it blend in with the terrain. I'm proud of myself for this idea. Maybe if I lower it down one, just so that it's got kind of that slope into it on this side. I like how there's the cliff face there. Okay, so I'll need to mess with the landscaping there some more when I do more landscaping, but I'm gonna put the trees all around the rest of the house for now, so we kind of have the idea of where they need to go. And then I'm gonna try and finish painting it, because I don't really know how I want to paint the house yet. I like the idea of there being a lot of trees, solely because this way I feel like it kind of, I don't know, surrounds a lot of the house. I do want to have a view of the water, so we can leave, like this area open, and then we can also put like the fire pit down here and stuff with like a walkway and something. I don't know, but I want to have a bunch of trees around the place because that way it kind of creates like a sanctuary around the house, right? That's what we're going for, a sanctuary. This is gonna be so much to landscape in a good way, I think, but it's gonna be so much to landscape this house. Okay, let's see. I'll put that little staircase down so you can at least get off this front patio thing. Should I try and do the floor plan now? Because again, this is the first floor, right? I know that's really weird because it looks like the second floor, but this is supposed to be the first floor because this is where the entrance is. So a little bit funky, if you ask me. Kind of strange, kind of fun, kind of fresh. I like this a lot. Okay, maybe I'll try and landscape more instead of doing the floor plan because I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm stupid. I'm being stupid. I don't know if I like this being brick instead. I think that something in the back needs to be that brick color instead, but I'm not sure what. Maybe even just like this front bit, because there's a column there, so it kind of separates it. Just like something else being different could help. I don't know. I might need to mess with that some more. Does this need a window? It's not gonna fit. Why don't we have good 2 wide windows that came... Okay, that's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna cry. I won't even cry. Don't worry about me, guys. I'm okay. I won't cry. See, but if I start layering rocks like this, I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place right now, I'm sorry, but once I start layering rocks on top of each other, I think I need to like size them up a little bit though. Go away. No, oh God. It's probably a bad rock to put higher up then. I don't know what I'm doing. But even just like that many, honestly, like it doesn't need to be a ton of rocks going high up. It just needs to be some sort of border that kind of separates it. We need a few more still, I think. But like, I think you're getting the idea that I'm going for. Pointy, gross. It only looks good from certain angles because they're not all actually, this one's not even placed right. See, this is a disaster. Oh my God. Okay, it's fine. I'll fix it. It'll be fine. Okay, to be honest, it looks kind of good. I kind of like it. I think we need to put some more lily pads in. And obviously I'm gonna have to add more of this stuff because I am gonna keep landscaping. We're gonna take a long time to finish this build, I think. But I don't know, I think I like the idea of that a lot. And I'm gonna put more rocks kind of like around the inside over here. Not like a million rocks, but I do wanna have some rocks kind of lining the inside in here. Because obviously like it is kind of under the build. So there's gonna be a lot of kind of fluffy looking landscaping and stuff. Like I'm gonna try and fill it out with a bunch of like this sort of bush and things like that. But a lot of this area underneath won't have like a bunch of crazy growth because it is rocks. Like it's, or well, yes, it's rocks, but it is underneath something. Like there's not much natural light getting like right here, you know, it's gonna be constantly in the shade. But I kind of, what I was planning to do was sort of line the area with some plants like this. And if there's any like cliff face type stuff, we'll put rocks in there to hide it better. That rock is floating. I want it to float. But see, we can like hide the cliff face with a few rocks because rocks fix everything. We'll have to change the terrain paint to something different, but like this is what I want. This is my plan. This is exactly what I'm going for. And we do have a bunch of outdoor retreat landscaping stuff. Well, a bunch, but like this is the kind of, if we put these flowers around the place, I never use these, but this is kind of thing is perfect for this build because it kind of ties in the flowers we already have. And then we'll get, I don't know, like we'll use like these. See, like that is the kind of landscaping I want. And we'll kind of like, you know, make that go down here, around here a little bit down here, and then a bunch of like lower lying plants back underneath the house. I'm so excited. I figured it out. I might not show you guys the entirety of the landscaping because again, like if I'm doing the same thing over and over again, I won't subject you to the torture that is watching me just place a bunch of plants. But I do think that helping me figure it out, or at least, well, you know, you weren't quite here to help me figure it out, but in theory, we figured it out together, and that helps because this way you know what I'm doing, so it won't be like a crazy surprise. And it's the thought process that matters, right? Like that's all that you're looking for when you watch a Let's Build, isn't it? I don't know what I'm saying. Can I put some of these purple flowers in? I never use these outdoor retreat plants. I don't want it to look too crazy, but I do want to use some of them. I want this. It's floating. There's too much like a cliff face right here. I don't want a cliff. Well, that's better. Smoothing the terrain out really helped. Yes, okay. I'll stick that down there maybe. That's actually a good thing, putting it down there. That kind of ties it all together, you know? Sure it does. Simsie, sure it does. I don't know what I'm doing. Do I want this shrub here even? I make it smaller. When they let us size things down, it was a complete game changer with landscaping. Like everything is different now that we can size objects down, because when you're landscaping, sizing things up sometimes, you know, like these plants, you can't get much bigger than this as far as a fern goes. Like if I had this fern, that's ridiculous. Although I might put that like back here somewhere where you can't really see it. No, I won't. But like ridiculous giant fern. If you size it down one, that's like first of all, the difference is not huge and that's reasonable. Like you could find this fern, like those two sizes together easily in real life. Sizing down things is a game changer when it comes to landscaping. Oh, we also have this tree that came with outdoor retreat, but I don't like it that much. Ugh. We do have a few, like this tree we could have used instead. I don't really like this tree that, well, no, you know what? If we're gonna build an outdoor retreat cabin, we're gonna use outdoor retreat. I never use those trees. They're so tall. Can I use this tree? Maybe in the back of the house I can put that tree somewhere, like once. I feel like these trees are really, really tall, like to a fault. And also, they're too high up. And like, when it gets really small, it's not the vibe. Can I keep the ones I had before? I can't really combine that, can I? I mean, I guess but I like those trees. It matches the world so nicely. That's so sad. I want to use them now. But I also want to use, like, I don't ever know how to mix and match trees that well in Let's Builds. See, like, the world has trees like this, so I could definitely pull off this giant tree. I mean, there's one right there. It matches so nicely. I might need to size you down, buddy. Maybe I don't need that tree there. And then there's 3 different kinds of trees and they're just like all in the corners. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I really like this giant tree. Like that, I think that's really pretty. I just don't know if it fits in the front of the house that well. If I use this instead, right? It's enormous, but it's got a very similar vibe to these. We size it down a couple times. That might work. It doesn't look as out of place. Actually, it looks like 4 different size trees. I think that they look more similar. Yeah, that's better. Because this tree is like a very clearly a different sort of tree. Those have very similar, I was gonna say leaves, but they're needles, aren't they? Okay, I think that works. I'm probably gonna do some more landscaping and kind of finish out what I want it to look like underneath here in between parts before I show you guys what happens next. So I'll finish up like the front of the house, landscaping underneath this area, because you kind of get what I'm gonna do with that. And then we'll come back next part and we'll do the back of the house landscaping. But I think that works. I think we've got it all planned out. We know what we're doing. It makes more sense now. I feel better, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut off right here. Make sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things. And in case you guys didn't know, I post new videos every single day, and so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. This house is so out of my comfort zone. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm trying to wing it and make it look good, but I really have no clue what I'm doing. This is a disaster. It's not a disaster yet. It might end up being one though, who knows?